Brothers, winter has come. Again.
And now your watch begins. Your name is Tony Costanza.
Hey!
You are a warrior. And you have made your way into the enchanted forest.
I'm a warrior named Tony, okay, and it's enchanted. There's like fairies and shit around.
And you've been looking for the elusive hag that goes by the name Demonshire.
Demonshire.
Yes.
The hag.
Your quest and journey have been a long one. But after a few days of searching, you found what you were looking for. Only it did not quite go as planned. And you find yourself now locked in a dungeon, trapped against the wall. You don't know how long you've been hanging here. But now you begin to hear noises. Just then, through the door on the far side of the room, it smashes through, and you watch as a large black cauldron makes its way into the room, as with no one touching it. You start to hear the boiling of water, and just then you see a beautiful woman step through the door. Only she was beautiful. Now she is this ugly, horrid creature. I'm going to eat tonight very good food. But I will give you a chance to survive if you just answer these questions. Do you agree?
All right, I'm good. I'm real good at questions. You remind me of my mother.
Oh. How flattering. I'm sure she was beautiful. As she drags her hands across her face, you see like two or three warts like pop as she's like pulling them or dragging them down her face.
Yep, just like Ma.
All right, your first question. As she likes chopping up some carrots and onions, throws them in the pot. What is the answer for X if X equals B, and the question is B plus C equals A?
Well, X is still X, because those are all letters.
Incorrect! And then she takes like some other seasoning, throws it in the pot.
This bitch.
Next question. What is the lowest denomination of 1,572?
And what's with all this math? I thought we were in an enchanted forest over here.
We are in an enchanted forest! How dare you!
I don't know, like 7?
Incorrect! And then...
Man, these questions are bullshit.
You have one more opportunity. This is a bonus question. What is 27 times 372? Oh man, that's real Joey math.
You don't know the answer to that yourself.
Your chances are over! And you see her put her hands up towards the wall, your restraints disappear, and you fall face first into the boiling water, and your entire world goes black. But then, you raise your head. And from that, you see a desk. You look around the room, and you see many of other children your age. Looking up to the front of the room, you see a chalkboard with the name Mrs. Devonshire, and written underneath it, today's math test.
Another classic Hunter twist.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And
those weren't real equations.
They were equations. I don't know what you're talking about. Math is by nature everything. I don't know what I'm saying. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is Slaying Dragons in the Morning. I am your host, Hunter.
Joey, it's morning time.
That's Sleepy Joey. Sleepy Joey. But this is Slaying Dragons in the Morning. Grab your coffee. Get ready. Drink some stuff. Do some things. Maybe smoke a little ganja. Because it's legal now? Excuse me? Craziness.
3 ounces? Was that what you told me?
Oh my god, yes. Oh yeah. Let's just jump right into fucking this shit.
You can have a bag of 3 ounces for personal use.
And Joey's like, you can have a bag for 3. Yeah, you can. You are allowed
24 ounces of oil.
24 grams of refined cannabis or oil.
Ounces. Water bottle full.
Yeah, you're allowed to have 3 ounces of cannabis on you now. For people who know, Jesus fuck. But yeah, that's a thing now. New York has now legalized the marijuana. We had talked about this last week, but man, that was really quick. Now, I mean, there's obviously portions of it that aren't completely finished yet, but they have, as of immediately yesterday, it is legal. Which is going to help push forward the reconciliation of people who have been arrested for that type of stuff. And they are going to be, well, hopefully begin to start, getting free. I guess, that makes sense. Now, before we go too much further into our articles and news stories and stuff like that, Joey, we have to do our regular morning stuff. How you doing, man? What's up?
Well, I'm gone.
Awesome.
Oh, there you are. Well, first I thought I'd share my portfolio with everybody.
Your portfolio? Oh,
yeah.
boy. This seems... I don't know if this is the best. Let's do it. All right, ready? Here you go. On your request.
So this is a detailed graph of my portfolio. It's mostly Dogecoin and cannabis.
Nice. Okay.
Surprisingly enough, Doge went up today, too.
I did. I saw that. Yeah, dude, I saw that. I was like, oh, shit. I don't mind doubling.
But yeah, it's a little bump. A bump today.
Hey, it's going to go there. It's going all the way to the moon. It's all the way to the moon, just like we've been saying.
Federal's the ultimate goal, but every state that goes is
another notch in the ladder going up, right? What's your mug today? I also, you did a little something yesterday that you posted all over the social medias to become a new morning warrior. I mean, what the fuck is this, man? Trying to show me up? What the fuck?
Well, you see, I have accumulated many mugs already, and we've only just started. This new mug every week thing is going to be an issue.
You picked mugs. Good swim can
What I'm thinking is I'm actually going to do 26. That way I only ever repeat a mug once.
Okay.
Because...
eventually we'll get to you've reached all the mugs.
Because 52, that's a lot.
Megan says she's buying you mugs for Christmas. And me can koozies, right?
I'm not in the proper chat.
You're going to give me can koozies, right? He gets mugs, I get can koozies. That's lame. What the heck? I see how it is. No, it's fine. You don't like me. It's all right. It's fine. I mean, Joey's it's fine. It's cool. It's whatever. What's your mug today? Oh,
strike first.
Strike hard. No mercy. Yes. Oh my God, I hadn't seen that cup yet. That's great.
It's the Cobra Kai logo.
I love it. That's good. I love it. Yeah, that's real good. I love it, man. My can koozie today is kind of an inside joke.
So for those of you that need explanation, Hunter's cyberpunk character is named Abbas, and there's a long-running joke amongst that group of the party's arguments boiling down to "I shoot Abbas."
Every time. Because it doesn't matter. And then sometimes it's somebody else is doing something and they just go, to resolve the issue, I shoot Abbas. It doesn't matter what it is. The resolution to every problem is, I shoot Abbas. Every time. So, got him can koozie. There was already an Etsy person who was making that mug, so I was like, oh man, it's perfect. Yeah, I didn't have to customize it at all.
That's convenient. I didn't think that was such a meme that it would be already like in production. But...
Hey man, we're that popular, you know.
Holy shit! If only we got the traction that the Magic Chat got, our comment section would be out of control.
I know, right? If only.
All I'm seeing is Discord messages.
Oh, magic. Oh man. Oh, it's something else. Well, before we get too off topic, you know, we had started a new format for the show. And with that, each of us will be having 1 to 2 pop culture topics that we will rapid fire at the other person and get some quick reactions. I believe Joey is first, unless the order switches each week.
I don't know about that.
So he's making sure every week that he never gets his stories taken. Okay. All right. I see. Okay. All right. Well, Joey, you're up first. Give me your. What do we got? What's going on? Come on. Show me.
Right,
show me what you got.
Share my screen.
Oh, I'll share your goddamn screen. I'll share it. I'll share that damn screen. Oh,
hey, it's my boy Dustin.
Hey, it's Dusty.
Do you know?
It's Dusty.
Do you know? It's been over 2 years since the season 3 trailer of Stranger Things dropped.
Over 2 years?
Yep.
Damn. Do they not come out with a season every year? What is this? What's going on?
No, they were, but COVID.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, definitely.
So they're just starting production on season 4.
Oh, no. We're not getting season 4 for like 2 more years then.
No, they say it should be out soonish. They say that the COVID gave time for everybody to prepare. They're more prepared going into the season than they have been for any of the previous 3.
Interesting. I still heard that people love it though, even if they weren't prepared. So that's good to hear. You know.
Yeah. This is Gaten. What's his last real name? Matarazzo.
Holy moly, that's a name.
Who plays Dustin, and he was talking about the experience of working on the show during COVID, and they're going into production 2 weeks from now. He still doesn't know what day he has to be there. So it's not just regular people like us, everybody.
Even the stars don't know. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? And I hope nobody wants to hurt me after this, but I have yet to see past the 6th episode of the first season.
Wow, this guy.
It's really good. Don't get me wrong. I just have not seen past the 6th episode of the first season. Just haven't done it. I don't know why I stopped, but I just did, and I don't know, and I just haven't started back up. I've been watching so many other things, you know. I feel bad. I feel real bad because it's literally like the D&D reality show. Well, not reality show, but it's all, you know, it's got a lot of D&D implications, and I have yet to watch it. And I feel like a bad person for doing that.
You should feel bad.
I do.
And you are a bad person.
I know. I know all too well, Joey.
Well, seeing as you're a chump and don't know about Stranger Things, maybe we should go to the next topic.
Sure, let's go. I know Dusty's my dude, though. Oh.
So, back in my day, way a million years ago, there were plans for something called Land Warrior, which was going to connect military units using a local area network.
Okay.
And it never really developed into anything. It was too expensive and too clunky. But now Microsoft has just announced that they're working on a $10 billion deal to put 120,000 HoloLens augmented reality rigs onto the battlefield.
What the fuck? Real quick before we go too much further, Microsoft's just throwing billions around, my dude. Did we not just talk about how they were gonna give Discord $10 billion last week? Where the fuck they getting all these billions from? I know they ain't getting it from Series X's because we ain't fucking seen one in the store. So where the hell are they getting these billions from? They just fucking, here's 10 billion, you get 10 billion. They're just the Oprah of $1 billion. Like, what the hell? All right, continue. What is the HoloLens? What does this Jedi cloud contract do, I see? We're going to get Jedi on the battlefield?
Yeah. No, we're going to get heads-up displays for the military.
Like, they're just going to have HUDs? They're going to have HUDs?
Tactical linking, yeah. They're going to provide a battlefield HUD, so ammo tracking.
Holy shit! Linking. No way. Do they have any type of, like, prototype shit? I mean, can they, like, explain, like, what, like, is it gonna have, like, GPS? Like, all right, you need to go over this ridge and, like, it, like, what? What?
Yeah, that's the idea. So they're, like, built-in compasses and shit.
Oh, my God. How much would each of these cost? Good
systems
God.
will provide high-resolution night thermal and soldier-borne sensors that are integrated into the display. The system uses mixed reality and machine learning to enable lifelike mixed reality training environment. What? So it sounds like it's going to be a training thing.
But... Oh my gosh. That's so dope. That's like stuff you like dream about. That's stuff that's only in video games. That's like Cyberpunk and like Halo and shit. Mm-hmm. That's fucking, that's cool. That's $10 billion worth. That's cool. That's freaking dope.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat that they've circled back around to this concept, because I thought it was interesting back in when they had talked about Land Warrior and
when did they talk about this?
The X1 rifle and oh god,
you're like oh god, 2000s. I'm old. Early 2000s?
Yeah, like late 90s, early 2000s.
That's like over 20 years ago. Holy moly! And they're just now like Microsoft's like, here's $10 billion. Let's do this.
Yep.
Oh, just by the way, we're just throwing billions around, so how about we make some HoloLens? That sounds cool. That sounds like an interesting idea. Let's do that. Microsoft, let's get into everything we can.
Well, you know, Google's got Google Glass, so we got to compete.
You're right. Nice. Anything? Nothing else on this thing?
That's it.
All right, cool. Well, here I go. I'm gonna remove your stuff. I'm going to throw me on the top. All right, so mine involves some video. Here we go. It involves Danny Trejo.
Sean, just slow down. You gotta let the game come to you.
No, you got attacked, man. You got him on the ropes.
Boring clicks. That's what you should add to your deck for the late game.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Just save cards for the late game. None of this would be happening if you would chore wheel. Oh, come on!
I made that.
Look at that. See, this way we can keep track of things that are going on in the house. Okay, let's see what's going to be. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Sean washed the dishes. Yeah, but Tuesday.
But I'm the only name on here.
Is there a stinger?
Become the game. The goblin will not hurt you.
It's hurting my feelings.
So that was my first one. So obviously it was an ad. It wasn't like a huge thing, but it was a funny ad for Magic the Gathering, which the reason I brought that up is because, well, two things. You know, one, Magic the Gathering Arena is on phone, if you didn't know that. And two, there is a new set coming out called Strixhaven. And me and Joey apparently can't get away from any type of news about it because our friends, it's all they want to talk about lately, and it's all they post in our Discord chat. So I figure
Harry Potter set.
it is the Harry Potter set. So I figure if we have to get annoyed with it, you guys are gonna at least watch this video. But it's funny. It had Danny Trejo and what is it, Oswald?
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, Patton Oswald. It was a funny trailer.
Couple of homies.
I thought it was really funny to see Danny Trejo talk about magic. That was pretty great. But yeah, you know, I mean, most people probably know the news that it's already on your phone, but it was pretty funny, so I figured let's watch it. This next one, there's not much else about it other than Strixhaven. It's gonna be cool. I'm excited for the set, but you know, I'm not bonerific about it like our friends are right now. But anyway,
Did you do the quiz to find out what Strixhaven house you're in?
Motherfucker, that's a quiz you can do?
Yeah, it's on the Wizard's site.
Strixhaven quiz. No way.
You got to go to learn more about Strixhaven or whatever, and then it's on there.
mtgfandom.com. That can't be it. That's Epic Stream, Card Kingdom. The first lesson, Introduction to Strixhaven. This has got to be it. If I click somewhere here, it's here's your quiz. Here's your quiz.
Here's your quiz.
Kind of here's your sign.
Do we have any Magic players in the chat this morning?
Oh, probably not.
Or Harry Potter fans?
That's probably a good one.
Who are mad that Magic has stolen your thing and made it a card game?
Yeah, how dare they?
Without putting Harry in it.
Oh, here we go. Strixhaven College Quiz. Oh man, none of these are from Magic. It's all oh man, I'll have to get the link somewhere. I was gonna do it right here on stream, but it's fine. I'll do it later, I guess. Yeah. Any fans? You know, I still think it's gonna be a cool set. You know, I mean, you know, Harry Potter the Magic set seems pretty cool, pretty legit. In fact, it's no.
Wasn't Dallas real into Harry Potter for a minute?
For a minute.
What's your other story, homie?
I'm trying to get to it without having to do a bunch of other weird stuff. Let me reload the page and then I'll just scroll down to it. Okay, so here we go. First thing I'm going to preface this story with is, Joey, have you ever gone to a food place and gotten an order you didn't like?
Yeah, that literally just happened this week.
Huh. Man, that sucks. Well, I wonder if it's
what kind of world is it that we live in that we just accept the fact that our food is cold and bad?
You know what,
but
Joey?
It's easier than driving back and being hey, this food is cold and bad.
Well, I'll tell you what. This person that we're about to watch, they definitely 100% agree with the first portion of your statement. But the second portion of their statement, they take it a step further and they take action.
Why do I feel like we're about to get a Karen video?
Now, please, for anybody in the chat or watching this stream, if you do not like harsh language or explicit language, please avert your eyes, but not your ears, so that you can still hear everything. Here we go.
I'm so pissed off right now. So I go to Wendy's, ask them for a chicken sandwich combo with extra mayo. Mind you, it comes with lettuce and tomato already on there. The lady kept getting my order wrong. I open this up when I get to the house. Look at this shit. Now I'm finna drive right back up there and go off on her.
So yeah, this lady's a little pissed. She got a little too much mayo on that chicken sandwich. And it had no lettuce or tomato on it. What kind of world do we live in where you can't listen to a simple instruction, huh? Holy moly. That's a lot of mayonnaise. Too much mayonnaise, if you ask me, right, Joey?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Oh,
fine.
You would have just ate that? The packaging was full of mayonnaise. They could have added another tinfoil wrap of just mayonnaise.
You gotta drive all the way back to Wendy's.
I mean, she's probably right around the corner. I guarantee she wasn't that far.
I don't know.
So the story...
I probably got some vegetables at home I can put on it.
Oh my god. Story goes a little bit further too, and she says she went back, yelled at the manager, and the manager offered her a free Frosty. And that's it. Thanks, Wendy's. Usually you're better about this. What's going on? What's up? She said, I
Did
want
you
extra
get another
mayonnaise.
sandwich?
No, I guess not. They just offered her a free Frosty. That's it.
Wow.
Man, I don't know what was up with that Wendy's that day, but holy moly, that seems a little off course there. I don't know.
Wow.
Like,
Frosties are bomb, though.
Frosties
Yeah,
are
I'd probably be happy with a Frosty. What
Frosties-
size was
Frosties
it? Was it
are
like
bomb.
one of the little ones?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I'm sure it did go that detail. This isn't the fucking New Yorker. I mean, it's fucking TikTok or some shit. Oh man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my two quick fire rapid articles. I thought they were pretty funny. So yeah. Yep.
Man, that was some real pop culture news we just dug through from Let me tell you. The forefront of
yeah.
of today's entertainment news.
Yep. Forefront, the forerunner of entertainment news for sure. They were funny. I wanted to talk about them. Oh, hello, Joey. Oh, we've lost Joey. No, Joey. Why have we lost you? Well, even though we've lost Joey. Oh, Joey. He's back, I think. Are you back?
Am I? I don't know.
I think you're back. I want to say that you're back. I think you're back. Okay, so with that, through our pop culture talks, man, he's making some weird faces. Our main pop culture or news culture topic for this week is... What is it, Joey?
Too sad.
Too sad. I'll say it for you. It's Cyberpunk. Why are they in the news again? Or why are we talking about them again? Well, because apparently they have decided to reconsider their multiplayer. Why?
Well, so let's explain it first so
Sure.
people know what we're talking about. Cyberpunk 2077 multiplayer was being developed as a
Standalone.
standalone product from the main. Trying to get there. You go. There's an image to put up for the main product, the single player story mode game that came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
And with the framework, they were going to release multiplayer planned in 2022 with expectations of something huge, like, up there with GTA Online as far as their aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
And with everything that's gone down around the release of the game, the company has decided to reevaluate what they're doing with their multiplayer in their titles. So that's the heart of the article that we were examining.
Which is, it's very upsetting. We hope to see it, sooner or still happen, It says they're reconsidering. It hasn't necessarily said it's completely canceled, but it is 100% on their back burner. It's not something they're going to be working on, like, priority level type stuff. So, I don't know. I don't know when we'd ever see it or if we'll see it now, which really stinks because I really, really enjoyed Cyberpunk. And I really, really like just the Cyberpunk world in general. Plus, they just came out with their new update that fixed, like, thousands of bugs. So, it really stinks. It really stinks. I really wanted to see a multiplayer because a Cyberpunk multiplayer that could rival GTA would be fucking awesome. Being able to customize a whole, oh my gosh, it'd be so cool. It'd be dope. But, CD Projekt Red says they want to put that on hold. specifically quoted Adam Kaczynski, the president of CD Projekt Red, said the studio was adjusting its strategy around online experiences in its games, saying it was focusing on bringing online into all of its franchises one day and working on an online technology that can be integrated into all of its games. So it's like, they had talked about wanting to do this specific, standalone thing, but I don't know what they're doing, man. It seems like they're trying to connect everything at one time. Like, I don't even know what that means. Are they trying to put a multiplayer in every single one of their games that connects all those games into one multiplayer, so it just becomes like a royale of all their different games? Or are they literally trying to come up with a formula for multiplayer that they can just plug and play into all of their franchises and future franchises? Like, what I
That's
mean?
kind of what it sounded like to me. Is it's more of like
A plug and
building
play
a system that they can use for everything. But it does sound like there's something coming in the future. It's just a matter of when, and they're not abandoning. Like, Cyberpunk's roadmap is still the same, so it's still going to be supported.
Yeah.
So obviously they're still, working on the universe and stuff with that. So hopefully in the future we'll still see this. So.
And like Joey said, they're they're not getting rid of it. It's not going to go away. We're not like never going to see Cyberpunk ever again, because even so, after they had come out and said stuff about multiplayer, they had also came out and said to like reassure people, yeah, we are still going forward with all of our planned expansions and DLC. So even though the multiplayer is being reconsidered, we are still going to be getting their expansions and DLC, which are really, really cool. And I do believe, let's see, I don't remember exactly what it said, but I'm trying to look through it now. But they actually have a lot of planned free DLC for Cyberpunk 2077, and then a couple of different expansions to be able to get as well. I'm really excited about that. It sucks that we're not going to get the multiplayer, but at least they're not doing the same thing that Mass Effect Andromeda did, which is, that game came out and everybody was mad at it. It wasn't great, and they only did like 2 updates or fixes, and then they were like, we're done. We're scrapping the project. It's over. There's no saving this. Whereas CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077 came out, and it had some problems and stuff, but they didn't let it just die. They knew that this was a big franchise and a lot of people followed it, so they kept working on it, and they made it better and better and better and better. And they're still going to make single player content to support it. We're still potentially going to get a multiplayer. CD Projekt Red's doing good by us. Don't you think, Joey?
They're not doing bad.
They're not doing bad. I think they're doing good by us, at least. They're fixing stuff. They're working towards a better Cyberpunk, I think.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. But I'm still, excited to see what goes on. I'm excited to see what the first DLC is. I think that'll be fun. See what kind of stuff to go back to the game for. But yeah. Anybody got any comments or something on Cyberpunk? Oh, what's this? Oh my gosh. So I'm sorry, we do not speak another language, but I'm sure whatever you have asked is very important, and we would love to answer it.
It looks like a promotion for
like wrestling, fighting. Jason Hollywood Hogan versus the Cecil. That's such a
Cecil versus Jason.
Face.
Got anybody that speaks?
Yeah, anybody
Spanish?
speaks Spanish can tell us what that says, because I have no idea. But Sure. Okay.
Hopefully it's some lucha libre.
Oh, see, Joey be into that. Sassel fan, if you could throw up some English for Joey to look at, if it's Mucho Libre, he'd be into it. It's some luchos. I don't even know. Luchadors. That's what it is. Luchadores. That's what it is. If it's, Joey would be totally into that. But anyway, besides that, we have other stuff to talk about today, which is the main reason that people hopefully tune into the show. Hopefully not for our other crazy antics. But that's our roleplay topic. Today, we are going to be talking about, some stuff that we have been inspired by.
Excuse me, Megan. What am I reading? Is that real?
You see my kid's homework I posted online about the new discovery of the Earth being flat? Excuse me? Putting you on blast. What? What?
A teacher assigned this homework?
Did a teacher assign this homework? We'll never know.
Or did they do it as a project and then I just have to disown them?
Well, I almost lost.
Oh, it's April Fool's Day joke.
Okay. It is April Fool's Day. That does make sense. So I'm glad. That's good. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Got him.
Oh, okay, now that we're past that scare.
How bad is it that we live in a world where we're like, oh my god, is this really being taught in schools right now?
Is this what's happening right now in this world, in this economy? How dare they? So, roleplay topic. Me and Joey have been playing.
What?
Yeah, me and Joey have been playing this video game for the last couple of days. It's really, really good. We really like it, and you'll be able to watch it if you go in our previous streams and when we post it on YouTube. It Takes Two, which is a game by Hazelight Studios, distributed by EA. It's a very great cooperative collaboration game that you play with a friend. Oh my god, I'm dying. So with that being said, Joey, what's our roleplay topic today?
Puzzle solving. Because every good dungeon has puzzles in it that will frustrate you and your players because you can't communicate.
Nope. Well, whether it's a dungeon or boss level, whatever it is, puzzles are a fun way to spruce up your D&D game, but then also a good way to really piss off your players. Because depending on your difficulty of whether you get it from the back of a Happy Kids meal, or you literally rip it from like Einstein's personal journal, the players will never get it. It's quite difficult. But with that being said,
it really do be like that.
It really does.
It's like, all right, guys, there's two wires. One of them's connected to one thing on the side of the room, and one of them's connected to something on the other side of the room, and they're split in the middle.
This is really,
Do we have to make like a shape with them?
Oh, it could be even easier than that. You could be like, there's a hole in the wall over there in the shape of a square. You look around, there's a lot of pegs everywhere. A lot of them are shaped like circles, triangles, and there's one shaped like a square. What do you do?
Do we have to stack them?
do we need to stack these pegs? What do we do? Like, it's that simple, and they never get it. So,
guys, there's holes in the walls.
Holes in the wall.
I look in the hole.
It says go grab the square peg. Stuff like that, guys. It is,
I put 4 of the pyramid triangle-shaped pegs together, and I try to put them in the square hole.
It doesn't work. But that makes a square. Oh, my God. Every time. That's the type of stupid shit people be doing. But, we don't want to,
Let's not even start with riddles.
Don't even start with riddles. Riddles as well. That's another fun puzzle thing to throw in. But we're going to hopefully be able to talk about effective ways to throw in these cooperative puzzles, riddles, things into your game to hopefully maybe not be so crazy. I don't know. Hopefully. I think we can answer this question. Do you think we can answer this question, Joey? Do you think we can?
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
I hope we can puzzle this out.
Oh, hopefully we can answer this riddle. Let's fucking start going. Fucking spin on. I'll spin so hard I just start flying like a helicopter. Anywho, like we said, we're talking about effectively putting in puzzles and riddles and stuff like that. This is inspired because me and Joey have been playing It Takes Two, which is a 100% cooperative game. Like, you have to do something to help the other person. So, we are hopefully taking ideas from that to help in a D&D game. In a D&D setting, potentially, to make somehow the puzzles and riddles easier for the players and more, and sometimes even more understandable for the DMs. Because a lot of times, you know, if you're reading, like, say you're doing a module, a lot of times the riddles or the puzzles they put in there, sometimes you look at them and you're even like, you look at it, you stare at it, and then you're just like, what's the answer? Okay, that's the answer. I'll just let the players do it, and then if they get this answer, they're right. Like, that's like, I've done that before.
Dude, the one in Tomb is the worst.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
The one in Tomb was the fucking worst.
Exactly. Like,
it was like,
yep.
All right, the solution to this is cast knock.
Yep, 100%.
What?
Yeah. Why'd you give us all this bullshit if we just cast knock? What if none of us had the spell knock? I luckily had knock, but like, what if you didn't have knock?
Right.
Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like these riddles and puzzles and stuff for dungeons have not. They're at a point where it's just like nobody's sure of how to implement or put in or use, you know. So that's hopefully what we can answer today. Joey, what are your first thoughts about putting in, let's start with an interactive puzzle. A puzzle where 2 or up to 4 characters have to do something to make something happen. They have to work together at the same time.
And this goes to, I mean, obviously you could do it in Roll20 as well, but at the tabletop, I think for a lot of these, having props helps.
100%.
Like, if it's a puzzle that they have to put together, or they have to manipulate something around a room, having that as dungeon tiles, or just even if it's paper cutouts, right? They have to, like, work around. Having some kind of visual reference that's tactile and they can work with, I think, helps a lot. So that would be my first tip, is have it represented. Like, if it's a riddle, have it written so they can see it.
That's, yes. Having the riddle written so people can continuously just read it over and over and over and over and over and over again, rather than them going to you going, what's the riddle again? What's the riddle again? And then you forget the connotation you're supposed to put on it and all this stuff. If you just have it written down and you're like, here you go, much easier. Much easier. Much easier.
If it's something that they have to, like, slide things around or do something like that, having the actual visual representation of that encounter is going to be so helpful.
It will add to the immersion of it and hopefully the solving of it. It makes it much easier. As examples, as an example that I have done over the time of DMing, just the other week, you and your fellow party members were trying to open up a vault. You had found the vault, got inside, and then needed to figure out what the hell to do in this room now. One of your party members was able to discover that there were these vases in a corner. They were in an empty room. All there was a vase in each corner, a column in the center, and torches above each of the vases. Now, granted, Joey's character had done something in the other portions of the entire dungeon where he just kept pulling on torch lamps. So technically,
we were looking for a secret door.
So Joey's character just kept pulling on every single one of them. So this character got the idea, oh, let me pull on one of these torches, see if it works. Ha 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 ha. And then it worked. So they had to make sure that they pulled each one of the torches over each one of the vases at the same time. Now, you'd think that would be really easy for 4 different characters, right? Well, unfortunately,
sure would have been.
It would have been. However, 2 of the characters were unconscious. So now they had to come up with another solution to be able to pull 4 torches at the same time. They came up with tying ropes to each one, pulling the ropes, and it pulled them down, started the equate the transaction, the equation. Oh my god, I'm doing too much. I have too much retail. It started the movement of the lock mechanism in this room and arose this other portion of the center of the column and revealed the artifact they were looking for. So puzzles like that, it's really simple. Seems not too hard. Now I don't know if we ever will figure out if whether or not Harper would have figured it out without Fick pulling torches throughout the entire dungeon, but who knows.
I mean, it still took a good amount of time to get there.
It did. We got there, but it did take a little bit of time. But that's another way of doing so. And now the other way, another example, Joey had talked about literally getting like cutouts of puzzles, something we had done a long time ago in our Mass Effect RPG. We had a character, and actually it's funny too because he's right up here, but you can barely see him. One of our characters was a Geth. It doesn't matter, all that stuff. But basically, while the party was on a group mission for this person, each time they found a terminal, the character had to do a puzzle. They had to do 3 different puzzles. But one of them was literally a cut-up like square in different shapes that they then had to put all the pieces together, and when they did, everyone could move on. Now, while that one person was putting together all the pieces, the other couple people had to fight waves of enemies, and it didn't stop until that person finished the puzzle. So something like that, too. Like, that's, like, not necessarily cooperative for the whole group, other than they have to defend the person while they're doing the puzzle, but, like, that's a good example as well. But that's, again, an example of props. Like Joey said, props are super, super, super helpful. What's some examples you have done?
Well, just playing through It Takes Two has given me ideas.
Many ideas.
The magnet thing that's coming up. It would be cool if 2 players had to use magnets to like push something, like through a course without it, or which was like the labyrinth thing too that we had to do, where you had to
where you have to
labyrinth
like
game.
Yeah. I don't know how that could correlate to paper and pencil, but I would like to see it done. Super cool though. But yeah, dude, It Takes Two has made the coolest thing about It Takes Two, I think, is that each chapter we go to, we get a brand new set of items that the items have to work together. Doing that in a D&D game would be the perfect way to make the puzzle riddle thing a reality, right? Like, you either split the 4-person group into 2 2-person groups and give them each an item, or each person gets their own item, whatever it is, but giving them temporary items that specifically have
very specific
uses.
They do.
Very specific uses to solve puzzles. And then also, they have to find out that, this person can fly, but this person can go underground, right? Like, they can do that on their own, but they also have to figure out that this person has to fly up to that button while this person goes under something at the same time. Like, the fact that they have to also figure out how their items work together makes it even better as a riddle puzzle type thing. But finding a way to make it so all the players cooperatively have to work together to figure the question, the problem, the whatever it is, the transaction, together.
And then you just have to be clear, like, in setting up the scenarios. But yeah, so like if there's visual cues that they can recognize after they've done it a couple of times.
That right. That's another big thing too, is making sure that the DM can make sure that whenever they do something close to it, basically using your words as a hot or cold simulation metaphor with what they do can really help. Simulation metaphor. Wow, I'm a scientist. I got big brain energy. But yeah, I think that's definitely a big thing to think about. What else you got there, Joey? Anything else you can think of?
Well, I think if there's a puzzle, it really has to stand out too. Like, obviously, the dead end room will lead people to asking if it's there, but like I said, there has to be some sort of visual cue that tips people off. That there's something more to it than just a dead end.
Right. That
So make sure when you're setting your rooms up, as you're describing them, you're very specifically stating this is of note.
Yes. So they walk into the room. You walk into an empty room. However, you see this and this. Who knows what it means? Stuff like that, Biggest thing to remember is, like, technically your players are actually blind to what they can see, so you need to be their seeing eye person. You need to tell them what they see. Props are very helpful, but, sometimes you have to actually explain it to people. Because if you just walk into a room and it's just like, oh, hey, this is a room. All right, look around. Nah, this is dead. Let's go. And then they never know. And then you have to be like, no, you should go back to that room. Exactly like Joey said. Yeah. But yeah, puzzles, all those types of different things are a lot of fun. Finding ways to make it interesting and easy are tough, because a lot of times, if you do not do this right, your players will be staring at a piece of paper for 2 hours, asking, can I put the circle peg in the square hole? And they can't. They're not allowed to.
It'll fit.
I don't know. Circle
square
peg's
one
bigger.
won't fit in the circle, but the circle will fit in the square.
Not if the circle's bigger than the square.
So you didn't tell me that.
Oh, well, you tried it, and then I told you the circle's bigger than the square. When you try it, I'll tell you. Guess what? Circle's too big!
So you wasted my time.
Oh, you wasted my time. I'm grabbing the square peg! For the square hole! But it's fine. It's fine. Now, however, speaking of riddles and, puzzles and all these different things, that will bring us to... What will it bring us to, Joey?
What else do we do on the show?
I don't know.
Talk about a monster?
We do. We talk about a monster for the Monster of the Week. I don't know. I like doing that. Our Monster of the Week is... What is it, Joey?
One that does a riddle.
Does a riddle. I will tell you, it's on page 280 for anybody who has their monster manual.
Oh, shit. I don't have mine.
Joey.
I forgot that we do this.
We do this. He forgot. We just did it last week and he's already forgotten. Page 280, you will find Sphinxes, the monster in the monster manual that is all about the puzzles and the riddles. So we're going to find out a little about some Sphinxes today.
Damn, this one's long, bro.
No, we're not doing all that. We're just doing the paragraphs on the left. I think that'll be... We'll just go to Fallen Sphinx and that's it. So we'll go me, you, and then me. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Sphinxes. In sacred isolation, a sphinx guards the secrets and treasures of the gods, as it calmly regards each new party that comes before it, the bones of supplicants and quest seekers that failed to pass its tests lie scattered around its lair. Its great wings sweep along its flanks, its tawny, leonine body rippling with muscles, and possessed of 4 paws powerful enough to tear a humanoid in half.
Jeez, these divine guardians, sphinxes, test the worth of those who seek the treasure of the gods. Whether forgotten secrets or mighty spells, artifacts or magical gateways, creatures that choose to face the Sphinx are tested. Sphinx's tests are bound to that test unto death, and only those worthy will survive it. The rest the Sphinx destroys. Some sphinxes are high priests of the gods that create them, but most are simply embodied spirits brought into the mortal realm by devout prayer or direct intervention. A sphinx maintains its vigil tirelessly. Not needing to sleep or eat, it rarely engages with others of its kind, knowing no other life except its sacred mission.
It has magical tests The secrets and treasures of Sphinx guards remain under divine protection, so that when a creature fails a Sphinx test, the path to the object or knowledge it guards vanishes. Even if a Sphinx is attacked and defeated, a quester will still fail to gain the secret it sought, and will make an enemy of the god that placed the Sphinx as a guardian. Benign deities sometimes grant a Sphinx the power to remove supplicants that fail their tests, transporting them away and ensuring that they never encounter the Sphinx again. However, those who fail a Sphinx test typically meet a gruesome end beneath its claws.
Extraplanar beings, mortals that encounter sphinxes, do so most often in ancient tombs and ruins. But some sphinxes can access extraplanar realms. A conversation with a sphinx that begins between tumbled stone walls might suddenly shift to an alien locale, such as a life-size game board or a daunting cliff that must be climbed in a howling storm. Sometimes a sphinx must be summoned from such an extra-dimensional space, with supplicants calling it from its empty lair. Only those the Sphinx deems worthy gain admittance to its realm.
Fallen Sphinx. Whether though the weariness of the ages, regret at the slaughter of innocence, or dreams of worship by supplicants that attempt to bargain their way to knowledge, some sphinxes break free of their divine command. However, even if a sphinx's alignment and loyalties drift in this way, it never leaves the place it guards or grants its secrets to any except creatures it deems worthy. Boom, boom, ba-dum, dum, dum. That is Sphinxes, guys. Okay, show over. No, I'm just kidding. Sphinxes, guys. Sphinxes are a great way to help add in your riddles and puzzles. That way, your players are literally forced to do so, or the Sphinx will kill them. This makes sense.
Or just banish them and they
Or
never
banish
get to whatever they were looking for.
That as well. That's like one of my favorite things is when the players try to do something and then they can't do it, and then you're like, you never get a chance to do it again. It's over. That's it. You'll never know. That's it. And then it just eats them inside. They just need to know. But they'll never know. Unfortunately.
They'll never
Sorry.
know.
You'll never know. Sorry. It's one of the best things to use as a Sphinx.
So Sphinxes, like real big dicks.
Yeah, pretty much. They have them and they are them. Yeah, Sphinx are a bunch of, well, I don't want to say they're assholes, but like, they can be, depending on the god that,
Pretentious.
That seems more of a good one.
Leviosa. Hermione would be a Sphinx.
Oh, for sure. Bringing Harry Potter back, all that stuff. Hermione would definitely be a Sphinx if she were a monster. No, Sphinxes are really cool, though. They are
Terrible things happen to wizards who meddle with time, and then she just rips you apart across time and space.
So our games have only had one encounter with a Sphinx, and it wasn't even actually an encounter for everybody. It was only an encounter for one person. What experiences have you had with a Sphinx before? Anything?
So in the Thylea campaign that Rob is doing,
I'm sure there's a lot.
we had to journey to a place known as the Island of Time, with our boys to get them ready for battle.
Oh, right, the hyperbolic chamber.
The hyperbolic time chamber. But the hyperbolic time chamber was managed by Sphinx. And we had to spend a whole 10 years with 3 different Sphinx after we had gained permission to stay on the island by solving their riddles. We had a whole session of riddle solving.
Ooh, how was that? Horrible?
It was yeah. Could have been better.
Did you get them at the end? Did you just solve them?
We got through it. We got through it. We had one Sphinx fight, but that was to prove our mettle in battle, and the rest of it was all problem solving.
Nice. Okay. Did that Sphinx have to die, or did you just like close to kill it, and then it was like, all right, you have proven yourself?
Yeah, that's what it like.
Oh, okay.
We did it, and then it was like, you have proven yourselves.
Interesting. He was like, ow, shit. Okay, you've proven yourself. It's fine. Okay, you're good. Go in. Just hit him a couple times. He's like, all right, no, we're good. All right, you're good.
That's
You're good,
enough.
You're good. That's enough. You're good. Oh, it's like when you're like playing with like a kid and you're like hitting them, you're like, and they're like, and they just start slamming into you, and you're like, okay, it's enough. We're done playing this game.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's
But
cool.
yeah, that's outside of that. I don't know if I've had much experience with Sphinx. I know we've, like you said, we only had the one in yours.
Right. And you guys haven't even done anything else. Like, it's just you saw it. One of the characters saw it flying, and that's it. There was nothing else to it yet. So, hopefully we'll get back to that. Who knows? But other than that, I mean, do you have any good, can you think of any good quest plot lines that would have to do with the Sphinx? Anything you can think of to implement one into one's game? Anything you got, Joey? Other than the hyperbolic time chamber.
I like the idea of the group that encountered the Sphinx and fought it and didn't unlock the secret. So as a party, you can find a way to like resurrect the Sphinx to get at the secret.
Oh man, can you even resurrect a Sphinx? Hold on a second.
Why not?
Holy moly. Hot damn, that'd be cool. That's dope. Like, basically, they're like, they go to the dungeon, they go into the vault, they're trying to find out the secrets, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the Sphinx, they're like, fuck your riddles, fuck your puzzles, we're just gonna kill you and get into the vault. And the Sphinx is like, that is unwisely, you should not do that. And they're like, nah, bitch. And they're gonna run in, just kill it, it's dead. And then the huge door that's like the vault just disappears. Sorry.
Yep.
And they're just like, whoa. And they learn down the road that you have to solve their puzzles or else you get nothing. And it's like, oh my god. I can only imagine the adventure to have to resurrect a Sphinx. Can you imagine? That's almost as bad as someone going into a clothing shop and saying, do you have any phylacteries? do you by chance have any phylacteries here?
Oh, no. But no, imagine it's not even the main reason they're in the dungeon, right? They find a side chamber and there's just this huge giant winged lion skeleton in front of this blank wall with runes around it.
Oh, they find a dead Sphinx?
Yeah.
Oh,
but that's not even the reason they're there. They're there to fight a kobold infestation.
Yeah, whatever it is, Gustav the Terrible or something. I don't know.
They just happen to stumble across this side chamber, and you've got this whole resurrect the Sphinx side quest started.
That's dope.
To get at whatever's in there.
Because then they sign, but then they're then once they've decided we're gonna resurrect the Sphinx, they have signed up for riddles and puzzles. They're like, we're in it. Mm-hmm. We're gonna do it. They don't even know it, but they've signed up for puzzles and riddles, piddles and ruzzles. That's exactly what I was about to say. Okay.
Pitters and ruddles.
Piddles and riddles. Ruzzles. That's really good. I like that, Joey. I don't know if I can top that. That was really good. It was really, really good. I love the idea of the whole dead Sphinx thing, and I also love the idea that you have to go. I like the ideas of how you had to in your Odyssey campaign that the party has to seek out a Sphinx for help. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like when there's a cool option where you have to go seek out a higher power because you are not powerful enough to hopefully aid you. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really good. I like the whole Dead Sphinx side quest, though. That's pretty... And then they just figure out some information they didn't even need to know. They go through this whole thing, and then they're like, wow, we didn't need any of this, but that was fun. Yeah, that's good. I like that a lot. Nice. Well, I think that kind of ends the Sphinxes, unless anybody's got any questions about Sphinxes.
I mean, that's getting at the level, right, where you're like, all right, we do this, and now you've opened, the planar gate. That's what the Sphinx was guarding.
It's just a planar...
now you have access to the planes.
And there's We can finally go through different planes. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that it opens up to some craziness. Craziness. It's a
But yeah, that's my idea.
That's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty good. So now that we're done with Monster of the Week, what we like to get to now is questions presented by the community. There are a couple questions that were presented that I believe we could answer for them. First question being, and I think this is a question for Joey specifically. What kind of paper do they use for comics? And can I make clothes out of it? This is presented by Monday Sammy, who also presented our question last week.
So it depends. If you're talking about the production comics, it's going to be cardstock. And then if you're talking about the printing of comics, I believe it is... It's not newsprint anymore. They've upgraded since then to a better paper. But it's still... If you were going to make clothes out of comics, you would want to use cardstock because it's more durable and more manipulatable, I guess, so that you could actually stitch it.
Yeah.
If you were trying to use regular comic pages, that's not going to hold up.
Like the old comic
that would
books
be like a
from
one-time red carpet dress, maybe.
There you go.
But,
yeah. One time. Biodegradable.
But if you're looking for something a little more durable, you're going to want to use cardstock.
All right. So, Monday Sammy, go ahead and make your suit out of cardstock. It has been confirmed by our analyst and expert, Joey Schichtel. Here's a question I believe could be for the both of us. What is the most useful object to make out of chocolate for not eating purposes? Interesting question. Presented by Milky Boy.
Well, what do you think?
Okay, so for not eating purposes, chocolate sculpture. However, the question is, what is the most useful object? I like chocolate sculptures. Chocolate sculptures, holy moly. But that's not necessarily a useful object. I think the other thing, I just like chocolate sculptures. I think I like the idea of a chocolate frame. Like for pictures. Or like awards. Or art. Chocolate frame, chocolate art. All of it together. Art.
I see.
What do you think? This is going to be really weird, I'm sure.
See, I can't get past, like, the melting thing. Like, how useful can it be if you can't manipulate it?
Ooh, chocolate doorstop. Sorry.
I don't know how well that's going to work.
For cold storage. If you got, cold
People are
storage
going to come in there and be like, why is there
just a blocker. Why is there a blocker?
Looks like there's a turd under your door.
It's like a really weird doorstop shaped turd on your floor.
Obviously chocolate coins, because I don't eat those.
Oh,
you can definitely throw those around the D&D table.
That's pretty good.
Playing a card game, you're like, yeah, I could use these for that.
I didn't think about chocolate coins. That's a good idea.
I'm not eating them. It's not eating chocolate.
This is playing chocolate. Ah, man, that's a good idea. I didn't think of chocolate coins. That's a good one. Chocolate dollar bills. That's not a thing. Maybe it is a thing. No, it's not a thing.
Chocolate money.
Chocolate money. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good useful object. Anything else you can think of for a useful chocolate object? Try to look around like my room right now. Yeah, no. Try to look around my room right now. See if I can find anything that could be chocolate. But
I'm thinking of some uses for a chocolate object.
Leave that to the imagination. Chocolate phone. No. Chocolate phone case is not useful at all.
No.
No, your hands get all chocolatey.
No.
No. No. I don't know. I think that might be the most useful. I think the most useful is coins. I think currency. Chocolate currency. That seems like the best useful object.
I mean, you wrap it in some gold foil.
There you go. Dunzo.
You got your pirate treasure.
Get your pirate booty. Dunzo. But yeah, that's some of our questions from the community. And mostly because I don't even know what this other question is or how to answer it. You know, I don't even know what the imaginary number negative represents. It's very complicated and for a scientist. So when we finally have a scientist on our show, we will have that answer for you.
Divide by 0.
Divide. That's time to loot. So when we finally get a scientist on the show, we will have that question answered for you, Milky Boy. But as of right now, we are non-experts in being able to answer that question. But either way, that is some of our questions from our community. Thank you so much, guys. Do you got anything else for us, Joey? Any good feel-good messages?
Hey, it's going to be in the 70s again next week here, so don't feel too down about the snow.
I can see it from my window, and I hate it. I hate the snow. I hate it. But I will take your feel-good message, Joey, to heart, and I will hope that will be 70s next week. That's the hope. It's the hope.
If you feel too bad, go smoke some weed. It's legal now.
It's legal now. It is legal now. Holy moly. That's pretty cool. We talked about that at the beginning. That's pretty cool. Go look it up. It's going to help out a lot of people. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming out this morning and watching Slaying Dragons in the Morning. Make sure to follow us here on Twitch so you can know when we go live. Make sure to go to our YouTube channel where you can like and subscribe and join the Discord so that you can join like-minded Slayers like yourself in conversation. I want to talk like Matthew McConaughey. I got to get Matthew McConaughey's voice down.
All right. Don't stop slaying them dragons.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for Slaying Dragons in the Morning. I am your host, Hunter.
Joey.
And thank you guys so much. And as always, have an adventurous day and don't stop slaying those dragons. Bye, everybody.